Oh my gosh, the timing for Kimberlie Carlson and this show couldn't be better. So, all of you that were listening to me talk about the retrograde planets, and especially talking about Saturn, this, so people think, wow, are they going to talk about like that? And then Kimberly's going to come on and like have the solution for it. Well, I think Spirit knows better than any of us, but Kimberly does. Because remember all the things that I was saying in the last hour about boundaries, about groundedness, about how to move through these energies, right? Well, that is what the most amazing Kimberlie Carlson does. All in healing, health, harmony, happiness. Today, guess what that's about? The art of anchoring into your body. Why? Well, you're going to find out why. Kimberlie is somebody that many of you know. When I think about my life's journey, especially after I got sick in 04, I think about how much I appreciate somebody like Kimberlie who has gifts and talents that help me save my life. That's what I think about. You know, I think about when we're talking about a topic like today, and you may not be thinking, how does this help save your life, Pat? And you're going to find out today, because there are things you learn in energy healing and the work that she does as she combines these modalities together, right? Over 20 years, what you learn is that this is not a one size fits all venue, but there are some things each and every one of us can learn on our journey. And for those of you out there, if you want to get some help with the energies of today and what's going on, this is where you sign up. This is where, especially with this Mercury in retrograde in Cancer, this is where you have to hit the pause button and do something for yourself. Self-care, healing. This is it. This is time. Kimberlie, it's great to have you.
It's great to be here as always. I look forward to it every time.
Well, look, All in Healing, this is your show. This is about health, harmony, and happiness. But it's fascinating that I had a guest that didn't show up the last hour. So I took this time to talk about the energies. And a lot of emphasis is talking about Mercury in retrograde. But honestly, in the scheme of all the retrograde planets, Mercury is not a big deal. It's a loving energy. But you're talking about something that's so important right now. And if we don't master this, this comes back to us. I know it did for me. It comes back in the way of dis-ease. So let's talk about what you mean by the art of anchoring into your body.
Awesome. Well, no matter what we're trying to create in our reality, no matter what we're working on improving in our lives, my main focus that people mostly know me for is health, right? Creating vitality, creating wellness, healing the body from allergies, inflammation, pain, disease, dysfunction within the body. But when we're moving through, so even though that's my focus, no matter what it is that we're trying to do and improve, like I was saying, we really, really need to be able to get into our body, which is a challenge for so many of us, especially those of us who have a lot of trauma that we've experienced in this lifetime. But not only this lifetime, but some of us are also bringing in past trauma wounds to heal and clear out in this lifetime. So, no matter where we are there, we all hold some trauma. We all have life experiences that are going to kind of line up or align in such a way that we wake up, that we become more conscious, so that we can move into our potential. That's Mercury is doing. That's what our beautiful planets, our universe, everything lines up, everything, moves in such a way and works for us in such a way that it's moving us through energies that, also do those same things, create awakening, create higher levels of consciousness. And as that happens simultaneously, we're also shedding, right? We're releasing, we're healing trauma, we're healing limiting programming, we're healing dense, heavy emotions, and other types of low vibrational energies. And again, our universe, it might feel a little painful at times, but our universe really is supporting us in this process. We're all on a healing journey. And we're all we're all at different points and places in that journey. But no matter where we are, we have things that still need to be looked at, things that still need to heal. And we really have to be able to get into our body. So the more trauma, the more of those lower vibrational emotions and other energies that we're holding, the more we kind of stay out here, up, and kind of out, and not really getting into our body. And the first key to really getting in our body is being able to get into your heart. That's the spot, right? That's your truth compass. This is the seat of the soul. And it's from the heart that we're really grounding and connecting. I remember, coming into the healing world, on that spiritual path, 20 plus years ago, we've talked about grounding through our root chakra, sending those, using imagery of large roots of trees going down from our feet and into the earth. Those still work. That's great. But really today we're grounding from the heart. And that's really important. So in order to really ground from the heart, we have to be able to get in there. We have to get into our body and really access our heart. And it's from that place that we are grounding into those, those higher sort of ascendant aspects of our earth, Gaia, our fifth dimensional earth. And that's also, where we're going to be able to make our higher connections as well, connecting in deeply with our higher self, connecting into our own sovereignty, and connecting to source, of course, as well. So for all of that to happen in the most effective way, we've got to be able to get in here, into that heart, into the body, and that's what I really wanted to talk about of healing. One of the most crucial things to look at. It's the place to start, and you go from there. And it's also crucial to navigate all these energies. It's not just retrograde energies. It's
Right.
we just stepped into summer solstice here. We're in eclipse season. There's so much coming our way, which is for our ultimate good. But it can be a challenging process, especially for those of us that are intuitive, that are healers, that are light workers, because we're sensitive. So we are, extra sensitive to all those energies and more aware of how it feels in the body, and how it feels emotionally, right? So it also helps with that. But it's so important that it's something that I do in every program that I run. It's something that I do and teach my practitioners, everyone who comes through to learn to become an energetic allergy healing practitioner, and other classes and courses that I've taught as well. It's fundamental. And sometimes some of those really simple things we tend to overlook. And so coming in here, I really want to share with you some of the benefits. Yes, I've said, it's crucial to healing your body. Yes, it's super beneficial to help you navigate these sort of intense energies that we're all experiencing here on the earth, or on this planet right now, but there's also so many other benefits. And that's what I really want to share as well. And then I would love to actually share the process that I channeled and created and honed over the years that I do, and I call it the Sacred Light Heart Breath Connection Meditation. A little bit of a mouthful, but there's so much happening within this meditation process that it almost needs even more words. You got to narrow it down.
Well, but I think what you're talking about, we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, I'm really excited about what you're doing on the show today. You know, during the last hour, there were 4 archetypes that I pulled up to really talk in a different way about what you're saying. Of course, no solution about what you're saying. And it was really, the trickster was the first card to talk about what it is that we're so susceptible to. And then right after that, though, when you look at what do we need to move through some of this, the goddess, the father, and then the last one is what do we need, each of us, to learn how to do? And you mentioned it before. It was the exorcist. How do we move beyond our fears and our blocks and our trauma, not just mentally, but what you're going to help us with is where they reside in every cell of our body.
Yeah.
I love that you're doing this. And we're going to take a short break. When we come back, a little bit more with Kimberlie Carlson. But for those of you out there, this is about the art of anchoring into your body to activate your hidden self-healing gifts. And that's what All In Healing is about. Let's take a short break, everybody. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Yeah, this is All In Healing. I get to do this fabulous show with Kimberlie Carlson. Kimberlie, look, before we really get into this, because you're going to help us today in a way that we really need help. You also have some things coming up. Can you tell folks what you've got coming up to help people learn about what you do, but then also how they can work with you directly?
Sure. Well, what's directly in front of me here right now is I'll be starting and just, what is today? It's Monday. Hello.
What?
Yeah, I know. In 2 days, Wednesday here, June 24th, I'll be starting my certification class. So certifying energetic allergy healing practitioners. So teaching you what you need to know to bring through incredible healings for yourself or for clients if you have a healing business or spiritually based business. So just passing on the tools, passing on the knowledge, and that's happening on June 24th. So I think that they can see that. Well, you can find it on my website. So if you go to KimberlieCarlson.com, that's Kimberlie with an I-E instead of a Y. So KimberlieCarlson.com, and then Work With Me. If you click on the Work With Me tab, then you'll see that you can find that there. You can also find other programs and ways to work with me, including scheduling a private session as well. So,
yeah. And the folks, if you're watching on Facebook, you just saw our producer, I'm not sure if it's Zach or Olivia, just flash up Kimberlie's website for all of you out there. And of course, we post it on our Facebook, but it is Kimberlie Carlson, and it is Kimberlie, L-I-E, Carlson. You know, people think, Kimberlie, I want to ask you about this, because
okay.
what I've learned is a little bit about what it means to trust myself, especially in this arena.
Yeah.
I did not imagine that I would be here today in my life talking to you like crazy, amazing energy healer, worker, allergy, just extraordinaire. Never saw it coming. I didn't. And it took me a lot of years to step into it. I mean, so much so that what happened to me is I got sick in 2004. And I struggled and battled with myself for years, but I didn't walk away from this, right?
Yeah.
I entered a world I knew nothing about. I didn't know about any of this. And then I got sick and I had to learn about it. And I interviewed people and I brought people on, but I didn't know that once I stopped fighting it, I was on a path to freedom. But I didn't have what you're going to talk about today. I didn't know how to help my body with that. I could help my mind and I could help myself emotionally, but I couldn't
Right.
anchor.
Mhm. Right. Right. Well, you and me both. It took me, like, I've known that I was driven, motivated, passionate about energy, the world of energy, right? And you know, healing, um, spirit, you know, through spiritual work, through energy healing work. And, you know, it took, even though I knew that, and even though I pursued it over the years in many different sort of ways, kind of coming at it from different angles, this piece, that class, this book, this, you know, all the parts and pieces you kind of collect over the years. Uh, um, it took me a really long my to step into that role as teacher, right? So there's definitely a process, and it took me a long time. It took me over 20 years to actually show up and do this work in the world that I always really wanted to do, but was challenging for me to get there. I had a lot of healing to do for myself to step into my own power in that way. So it's all such a journey, and we all have one. We all have a story. So, but yeah, so the technique or the process that I want to share with you guys today, I want to talk about some of those benefits before I do it, so you can really kind of feel into it even more when we do the process together here. And it's just beautiful. But some of what we're going to do is actually use our breath to begin that process of pulling yourself into your body. We're going to use your breath in combination with focus on your heart. That's how we're going to start. And then I'll be kind of guiding you through some visuals to really help you get that deep grounding and get that really strong connection with your higher guidance systems. So the piece that came in that really took this to the next level was when I got some heart math training. So the Heart Math Institute's amazing. I'm sure most of you, or at least many of you, have heard about that, or possibly even learned some things from that institution yourself. But when I learned, like, so if you just think about how the heart has more neural activity than the brain does. You actually have 40,000 neurons in the heart, which is more than what's in the brain. So when you utilize the heart within this meditation that we will do together here pretty soon, you are literally, and we're going to be using that compassion energy that you spoke of. That compassion energy that we're seeing emerge. We're seeing people stand up and act in compassion on the planet right now.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. And that compassion energy is also an incredible healer, powerful healer, one of the most powerful healing frequencies that you can really connect into and pull into your body. And we're going to use that compassion energy with our breath, with our heart, to really activate those 40,000 neurons in the heart. And when we do that, we're literally activating our own self-healing abilities. So that's why I titled the show the way I did today, with really anchoring in and what activates self-healing abilities. So anchoring into your body. So when we do this, some real magic happens, people, like some real magic. You begin to pull yourself into your body, which is step number 1, right? Get yourself connected to your heart, step number 2, right? And then from there, we can do that grounding and connection. But what happens is this signals your body that it's time for you to relax. So it gets your body relaxing. What happens when we relax? We begin to open, right? Our heart can begin to open. Our chakras can begin to open. Our energy opens. We become more open, which means we also become more receptive, okay? So that's number 1. And also when we learn how to relax, we're going to flow. So if we set our day up with the process I'm going to share with you, people love to do this when they're up in the morning. They love to do it before bed. Some people do it even somewhere in the middle of the day, if they feel like they need that extra stability, if they're dealing with extra stress or overwhelm. But so what was I saying about relaxing? I kind of forget what I was just saying, but with signaling your body that it's time to relax. That's where I
Yeah.
was
Well,
at.
yeah. So what you're talking about to me, if I could just jump in for a hot
Yeah.
second, is in order for us to get my language, not yours. So
Yeah.
you have a much more beautiful way to talk about what I'm about to say. In order for me to stop the insanity that is going on, and we don't even recognize it. I don't have another word for it. And by the way, you know, in the addiction and recovery arena, the word insanity is used a lot because it's the best way to describe. But there's this moment where, like a computer, you hit the pause button.
Yeah.
Pause. And it may not be that you do anything like superhuman, like metahuman, like,
Right.
but it's like the in the last show when I was talking about, I had to hit the pause button because I couldn't hear what the message that what they were trying to get in for me.
Right. Right.
And that's my version of what you're saying.
I love it. No, that's perfect. And you help remind me. I get so excited
I know, I'm
sharing,
excited with you.
and sometimes I forget, like I lose my track because I can go off on all kinds of directions.
You know,
So
part of this, Kimberlie, and I don't want to take up a whole lot of time because I really want people to hear you walk them through this, is so what I'm picking up on, and your message and your healing today, what you're going to help us with today, what I'm hearing from people is they have a focus on an outcome, and that outcome is not necessarily the outcome that's going to get them where they want to go, but the obsession with it, the
right.
obsession with it clouds the thinking. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm no different than anybody listening to this show. You know how I know this stuff is because I'm my own student. You know,
Right.
the obsession of focusing on something that we think is the end game and then realizing it's not,
Right.
and allow ourselves to be guided. The tension and the friction from that takes a toll on its body. And I think that's what you're
It
talking
does.
about today.
It does. It does. And that you're helping me circle back there. And what I was really kind of going for there is it creates an ability within us to flow, right? To flow through the emotions, to flow through whatever is causing that stress or that overwhelm right now. It gives us those tools, and and so a part of that picture is just, once you're in your body and you begin to get grounded, so many different things happen, right? Again, you're activating your own self-healing abilities when you're really utilizing and working with the heart and using a high frequency emotion or feeling like compassion. When you do that, you also take anything that you do after that. So I always start with this when I'm going to do healing work, right? Whether it's healing allergies or using other tools that I have. It helps you to take that healing work to deeper levels and to sort of penetrate through more layers, right? So it takes the work that you're doing deeper, but again, it really connects you to your own sovereignty. So it really connects you to your own truth, right? Because you're getting with your, and that's where you have all your answers, your own sacred soul answers. And they may be different than another person's truth, right? So in order for us to move into our fullest potential, to make the choices and decisions that are going to get us there faster and in the highest and best way, we need to be really connected in. So when we do this, we also, we have less confusion. We have more confidence around our choices and decisions. We make choices and decisions with more ease. We feel more stable in our lives, right? In all ways, mentally stable, emotionally stable, spiritually stable, physically stable. We feel stronger. We feel more secure. When we have a powerful, effective process to really make those connections in a really effective way. So this meditation will ground you deeper than ever before. I hear it all the time. However, right, like you were mentioning earlier, not one process or one technique is going to be the perfect fit for all people. We are all different. But I've had a lot of feedback on this over the years. And I've had so many people tell me, oh, I used to think I was grounded until I met you, right? And did this process. And oh man, right? I'm so
Yeah.
much more grounded now. And I'm so much more connected. And also what happens too is if you're thinking about, you know, if you're connecting to your own truth, and you're making those higher connections, you are living from that space. You're really connecting into that truth. And I did it again. I looked at my notes and went,
Well, I
I'm
mean,
not
one
bringing
of the
notes
things that
next
you're
time.
talking about, and I want to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to walk people through this with you, because one
No,
of the
sounds good.
things that I know is that there is this flow between all aspects of who we are, but the physical self is what takes us from the esoteric place in our world. That physical, that body gives
Right.
us the enactment of everything that we're processing energetically, as from day one, from being a little teeny weeny baby, from day one, right? It
Yeah.
is the enactment of what we sense, what we feel, how we ask for it, we cry, and then it is that is manifested through the body. But if we are not in a place where we understand the dynamic and know how to work it, it causes us misalignment. It causes
Yeah.
us dis-ease. It causes us allergic reactions. Let's take a short break. When we come back, Kimberlie is going to give us a tool that right now, it is a tool that we need, because we must anchor. We must anchor to rejuvenate, to revive our true essence in our bodies to be all we can be. Let's take a short break, Benny. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody, welcome back to All in Healing with Kimberlie Carlson and me. I get the honor of doing this show with her. This is about health, harmony, and happiness. Today, it's all about the art of anchoring into your body to activate your hidden self-healing gifts. And yes, you have them. You have them. You absolutely have them. And, you know, today we're talking about many things, but what do you need to do to understand and work with this life-changing power of heart breath meditation? What do we need to do with this? Kimberlie, before we, before you continue, again, tell people about what you've got, upcoming classes, all of the above.
Okay, great. Well, again, the main one that's coming up, we start this week on Wednesday, actually on the 24th, and it's an 8-week long certification course to learn and become an energetic allergy healing practitioner. So it's one of my favorite things to do. So I'm really excited about it. And there's some really amazing bonuses too, if you want to look it up, that are being offered right now that I'm really, really excited to share with people. And you can find all of that on my website, KimberlieCarlson.com, KIMBERLIE. Carlson.com, under my Work With Me page. So you can find that all there. There's also a masterclass, a 3-day series masterclass. The classes are about 90 minutes, maybe up to 2 hours each, that talk about all of what this look, and there's a lot of healing with these tools that you can experience for yourself available for you there in each of those days as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is really the time we're living in now where, boy, we need to stockpile some of these tools you're talking about.
For
And that's what you're
sure.
doing today. You're helping us because the normal things that we think work don't.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm gonna run this. So I say run it. I'm gonna do this process with you, and just a quick recap. We're gonna be using a powerful process to pull yourself into your heart, really anchor yourself into your body, get really grounded, get really connected to your higher guidance systems, so that you can move through energies with more these energies. The intense energies on our planet with more ease, and so that you can really ignite your own healing abilities, and just feel better, right? Just feel better, making everything that you do with intention stronger, greater. And we're going to do all of this using intentional breathing through the heart, activating a high frequency emotion. We're going to use compassion for this today. Again, to make all those things happen. And keep in mind too, we're going to be really connecting or grounding into those higher dimensional energies, fifth dimension and above. So really utilizing your fifth dimensional chakra column here with this work. And again, what I was trying to say earlier too about that truth compass, your heart. When you do this process, you are going to experience, especially if you do it regularly, you're really going to experience higher and higher levels of intuition, clarity, right? Psychic abilities being added, and so pretty awesome. And then I just, because as had an actually activations. These are activations that I've channeled to help people even more with this grounding piece and this connection piece and the heart piece, because it's so necessary for healing, for creating optimal health and wellness. So I'm going to be sending in an activation that I call grounding into the Gaia Grid. Connecting to source as the next one. And then I'm going to bring in living in your heart. And I also was guided to bring in one more today, and it's called the warrior heart. And I won't spend much time talking about these, but just the intention of the grounding and connecting, as well as living in my heart activations. They're really all about clearing out the energies of trauma and other low vibrational limiting energies as well that may be in your way of getting really grounded and getting really connected. We have a lot of different limiting belief systems that we carry that affect our ability to do these things. So bringing through also extra healing to clear stuff out in the way and to help you even go deeper with your grounding and connection process. And to get you in your heart, we're really going to be activating energies of strength, courage, and passion within your heart, within all the cells of your body, within your energetic magnetic fields. So all of your systems, your physical body and your energy bodies, and really working with the heart. And there is allergy healing, even though you won't hear me talking about it. There is allergy healing components within all of these activations I'm going to be sending in. So clearing allergies to your heart itself, to your heart chakra, to all your chakra systems, to those emotions themselves. And if you're curious about, you check in my master class that I just going back here and revisiting Dr. Pat and I's shows that we've done together. We have done a few already. So there's a lot you can learn about this there as well. So I won't go too much deeper into that, but there's also allergy healing in here for grief and sorrow and sadness, for fear, because that we hold in our heart. So we're going to be clearing out emotions from your heart and from other parts of your body and systems that again can get in the way of getting really in your heart and in your body. the number one, or I don't say the number one, but one of the number one reasons we don't, or we avoid, really connecting in deeply with our own heart is because of the grief that we hold there. So the more we work on ourselves, the more we do our self-healing, the more we love and nurture ourselves, the more we're going to be able to connect in to ourselves in this deep way within the heart. So if we're ready, we can go for it now.
Go right ahead. We're ready for you.
Okay. Okay, good. All right. So just get yourself into a comfortable spot if you're not there already, where you can have some quiet for the next 10 minutes and maybe 12 at the most here. And then go ahead and just close your eyes, even if that feels comfortable. You're going to find that I close my eyes. That's how I can guide you better and just feel more connected to the process myself. So as you close your eyes, I invite you to drop down into your own heart. Now, what does that mean? Some of you are going to know exactly what that means. For those of you who don't, just bringing your attention, your focus, your awareness into your own heart space. It can be helpful to place to keep your focus there, to visually imagine a little okay, so just dropping down into your heart. And I invite you to begin to slow and deepen your breath. Breathing a 5-second inhale and a 5-second exhale, if you can. That's a great rule of thumb to follow. Great place to start. So as you breathe those longer, slower, deeper breaths, slowing yourself down here. And now imagine that you're breathing as if you're breathing in and out of your own heart. Really partnering your breath with your heart through intention and focus. And just breathe. Feeling into the sacredness of your heart as you breathe. And now notice that just in front of you, there's a beautiful ball of pink light. This light, this pink light, is the energy or the frequency of compassion. And notice now that as you breathe, that with each inhale, this pink light of compassion begins to flow into your heart. Just feeling as that compassion frequency comes into your heart. Noticing that this pink light is lighting up all the cells of your heart as you breathe and all the spaces in between. You may even see sparks of pink light as it's literally activating those 40,000 neurons in your heart. And breathe. And I'm going to invite you to hold that breath pattern as much as you can. It gets easier with practice if it's something you're not used to. And notice now that there's a pillar of light that's around your expanded space. Begin to run this pillar of light down through your body, down through your legs, down through your feet, down, 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 sending it all the way down into the earth, sending your pillar of light all the way into the center of Gaia, our fifth dimensional earth, where you find a beautiful ball of golden light. And I invite you to connect your pillar of light in here. It's really connecting in to the heart of Gaia here. And as you do, just see, sense, or feel as this golden love light from the heart of Gaia begins to flow up your pillar. You may see it coming up your pillar. You may see it swirling up and around your pillar, even like a vortex of energy. Just noticing that as you breathe those longer, slower, deeper breaths, that golden love light is coming up your pillar, coming up into your Earth Star chakra. It's a fifth dimensional chakra, about a foot below your feet. It's super, grounds you in and anchors you into the fifth dimensional energies. Good. And just bringing that golden love light up your pillar, feeling it come up into your root chakra now. we're going to set the intention right here that this golden love light is opening each chakra, if that's what you need today, that it's cleansing each chakra, really expanding and activating each chakra, balancing, harmonizing each chakra. So just feeling as that golden love light now comes up into your sacral chakra, your navel chakra, fifth dimensional chakra between your sacral and your solar plexus. Feeling as that golden love light comes into your solar plexus now and up into your heart. And as that golden love light fills your heart, notice that as you breathe, that light, that golden light is also activating those 40,000 in your heart. Notice that your heart is looking and feeling lighter and brighter and more expansive as it fills with this golden love light. Good. And now we're going to send that golden love light going up through your pillar, through your higher chakras. So going up into your high heart now, your throat, your third eye, your crown, going up and out your crown, going through your higher chakras, your soul star, your stellar gateway, going up, up, up until you connect in with the highest aspect of you that you can access today. As you make that connection, I want you to imagine that you're calling in your I am presence. As you make that connection, take it a step further and connect heart to heart with your own I am. Really connecting in deeply with your sovereignty. Good. And now we're going to send that golden light up through your pillar, going up, 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 expanding through the universe and beyond, through the multiverse and beyond. Sending your pillar of light up until you come into a beautiful white light, into that pure source energy. And noticing that just up ahead of you is a big, brilliant ball of white, sparkly, iridescent light. Go ahead and connect your pillar in here. This is the heart of creation, the heart of the divine. This is connecting you in with pure creation energy. And just imagine now that that pure creation energy, I refer to it as source love light. Just imagine that beautiful source love light is coming down through your pillar now. Coming down, 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 the same ways you went up. Coming down through your higher chakras, coming into your crown, your third eye, your throat, high heart, and into your heart. And just noticing for a moment that as you breathe, your heart is expanding even more, that it's being activated on an even higher level with this pure source love light. Noticing how bright your heart is now. Feeling into the expansiveness of your own heart and noticing that as you have all of this light in your heart now, that pink light of compassion, that golden love light from the heart of Gaia, that iridescent light from the heart of creation, just noticing how it makes all together a beautiful iridescent rose gold light. This is also the colors of your high heart chakra. No coincidence. So as you feel into that rose gold light and you're breathing, just imagine now that light is expanding out from your physical heart until it fills your entire body, lighting up every cell of your body, all the spaces in between. Imagine now that it's expanding out from your physical body until it fills your entire energetic field so that you are in the center of a ball, beautiful rose gold ball of light that's about 12 feet in diameter. We're going to take one more step and just imagine that there's a space opening up in the earth for you to drop down into that golden, warm, loving heart of Gaia in your ball of light. So just imagine that you're nestling yourself right into the heart of Gaia. And you can ask to be anchored here. Hold that intention to be anchored and grounded and to stay within the heart of Gaia as you move through your day. Staying deep within these connections as you move through your day. It's from this space here that I'm going to go ahead and run those, just a few activations to take it even deeper, and then we'll anchor it in and wrap it up. Okay, so I'm going to send in grounding into the Gaia Grid now for everyone listening now and later in divine love and light. Creator, change it. Okay, good. Just knowing that the energies that are coming through here are coming through to support you in getting even more grounded and cleaning out energies that may be in the way so that you can do that. I'm going to go ahead and send in the next activation, connecting to source. Sending this in now for all listening now and later in divine love and light. Creator, change it. Good. Good. And this goes deep into clearing out programming around anywhere that we're not worthy of God's love or worthy of those higher connections. That's just a little piece. Anywhere we're too lowly, dissolving anger, blame, and resentment energies, dissolving any sort of God wound, I call it, energy that many of us hold, and usually some amount of here, and a whole lot more. So I'm going to bring in the next two because I know we're short on time. So I'm going to bring in living in your heart and bringing in the warrior heart activations at the same time. So sending these in for all listening now and later in divine love and light. Creator, change it. Good. Just allow yourself to feel a sinking in to that connection with the heart of Gaia here. Really anchoring in, really connecting to your high heart, your earth star chakra, and your soul star chakra. Those are the pathways to deep and high connection. And just connecting in with that energy, that courage, that strength energy that's coming in for you here. Go ahead and just anchor this in. So anchoring it in for all. So anchoring these healing energies that have come through in the activation here, really anchoring this activation that's happening within you, within your heart, within your cells, your DNA, creating these new neural pathways for deeper connection. And just really anchor all of this into your heart, anchoring it all in down into your earth star chakra, down into the heart of Gaia, into all 12 dimensions now. Divine love and light, creator, change it. Okay, good. More about those, but here we are. We're at the top of our hour, I think.
Yep, we're good. Kimberlie, thank you so much. Thank you. Benny, thank you for pushing all the right buttons. Thank you, everybody, for tuning us in and turning us on.
Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.